since she had opened up big time about, wow, that is so disrespectful, Twilight. That is so disrespectful. What the fuck?
Can we just float here for a while?
So, spoiler of the day, movie of the night is The Girl on a Train, or Girl on a Train. The Girl on a Train. Girl on a Train. I think it's The Girl on a Train. Yeah, so if you haven't seen the movie and you want to watch it, I suggest you just pause this or come back to this video because I'm about to spoil all through the video. Cause like I don't want to sit up there and just spoil it and you not knowing that I'm spoiling the movie. So go check out the movie and come back and kick it with me and talk up, like let's have a little discussion. Kelsey's my name. And so I had did a movie review, but I didn't really like it. I didn't even go back and look at the video that I did. I didn't even edit it. I just know that I had to redo it. Like when I was talking about the movie and stuff like that, I was very anxious, overwhelmed, and just I felt like I was all over the place. It didn't feel right. It didn't feel complete. Like I felt like I probably was gonna confuse everybody. Confuse like, whoa, huh? Like y'all would have got lost on this review because y'all wouldn't have known it just was all over the place. I felt all over the place. So I decided, why not do it again? Why not do it again? Why not construe it again? Anywho, so let's first start off by a random. Oh, let's make sure it's still on. And I want to try to make this quick. I'm very not. I'm not good at making stuff very quick. I want to make it 20 minutes, the tops 20 minutes or whatever. So random thoughts. Random thoughts. A while back, I had did this thing on my TikTok where I had asked a question about, is anybody named Kelsey, like the same name as me? Have y'all ever thought like, dang, like where all the people that's the same name as y'all type shit? Honestly, and I just went on ahead and did a little bit of research. It's not very accurate, but it's like around that way. And I just was like, how many Kelseys are there in the world? That spelled is spelled exactly like my name. I ain't talking about the ones that spell with a Y. I'm talking about the ones that spell with an E. Like exactly spelled down to the T. Um and I think it said like at least 25,000 and more. And I'm like, wow. And um I only came across one or two. And like honestly, one of them probably was like the same spelling of the name. The other one wasn't. It was like with a Y or whatever. Anyway, that was my random thought. Like, dang, how many people that got the same name as me in this world? So the movie review that I will be doing is, and I'm tired. Like I got a little bit of bags in my eyes. I've just been working a lot, but whatever. Let's just take the edge off by talking about movies. But the movie I will be reviewing is The Girl on a Train. So there are three ladies. There are three Caucasians. There's the one on a train. There's the nanny, and then there's the other lady. But the nanny stayed like the nanny and her husband stay next door to the other lady and her husband with the baby. So it's one with the husband and the baby, and then there's just the nanny and her husband, and then there's this lady on the train. So the lady on the train, she takes the train so much. Like that's where she spent her days. Like that's where she spent her time, like the entire time, looking out the window at houses. And it started off, I'm thinking like, she just watching how other people got a better life, quote unquote, got a better life than she has. Um, but that's not really, it's not really too much of the case. She did admire the nanny and her husband because like they seeing their house, like seeing them being all lovey dovey and stuff like that. The view, like it looks better on the outside than it is on the inside. And then she also come across the other one next door with the baby and her husband, which is pretty crazy, but I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there in just a second. So she spends her time on this train. She also has a roommate. It's not too much, nothing going on there. She stays with a person and she stays with this lady, which the lady that plays the roommate is she is off of that's what she's off of that 70s show. That's what it's called. But I'm kind of like off topic. Let's get back to it. So so she's always drunk. She's an alcoholic and she spends this time on the train. Now, the reason she ends up being like she's like that because and it also shows flashbacks and stuff like that, but she's like that because she once had a husband that um she once had a husband and they was trying for a baby and it didn't work because she wasn't able she was having fertility issues. Uh and I'm just hearing stuff and that is my cat Twilight. So, yeah, that happens. Um I'm going to come back to that and let's switch over to the nanny. The nanny and her husband, she doesn't want to have a kid, but her husband wants to have a kid. And the reason why I call her the nanny because she's the nanny of the lady that had like the lady next door that has a kid and a husband. So she decides to quit um being a nanny. She don't want to be there no more, you know. And the lady, she felt some type of way, but she ain't really say much until she was like, "Oh, I quit today and and I have a job tomorrow." And she was like, "You can't just do that." And she went off. And then and then she went off and the nanny was like, "I ain't about to take this shit. Huh, here's your keys. Fuck out of here." Anywho, so yeah, the nanny and her husband, like she was like, "Yeah, I don't want a kid." And she also talks like she has a therapist. So off the rip, the body language was a little iffy to me because I'm like, do she got something going on with the therapist? Anywho, anywho, yeah. So I'm gonna just go ahead and tell her little story already. Like the reason why she doesn't want to have a kid is because, ooh, did I? Okay, I'm gonna go back. The reason why she doesn't want to have a kid is because in her early days, she was pregnant. She ended up having the kid, and this one particular day, her and her baby is taking a bath together. The baby is laying on her chest. She falls asleep. The baby falls into the tub and drowns. She wakes up. She is literally dying on the inside. She runs outside because she just can't believe what just happened. So that's her reason of she just don't want to have another kid because that is very traumatic. Like she had a baby and blase blase. Okay, switch back over to the lady on the train. The lady on the train, she doesn't have anybody. She no longer has a husband. The reason why she don't have the husband that she once had is he cheated on her with someone else. They end up getting a divorce and he ended up moving on with his life, end up having a baby. And the crazy thing is, um, she The lady that has the husband and the baby, that's her. Like the nanny that was taking, like, watching over her baby. Yeah, she anyway. So, oh girl, it's just not no coincidence, basically. Like, she basically watching the house that she used to live in, that, like, damn, like, her husband moved on without her, cheated on her with the lady, and had the baby. And the fact that she was trying to have a baby with her husband, and it's like, that is just very scary. Like, you just did this to me, and boom boom boom. So, um a lot of the things that she blames herself for a lot of the things, and then she blames herself because she couldn't get pregnant and stuff like that. But also, she doesn't like the girl that, of course, she don't like the girl because she cheated. Like, she knew she had a husband, and anyway, that's on that. So boom. So this one particular time, she's on the train and she sees the nanny um hugging on somebody on the patio, and it's not her husband. She knows this because she's always on the train, and she's like, that is not her husband. She gets very upset and angry, and she's drunk as fuck as always. Now, girl, I'm gonna need you to like get it together. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even like, I wasn't fucking with her character because I'm like, girl, just mind your business, move on with your life. And like, it's not a good look for you right now. Like, it's the fact that, I think it's just the fact that you drunk and you just all over the place, and you just, ah. But yeah, so she sees that, she gets off the train, and she noticed that this man is following her. It's the man that's always on the train, because she's always on the train, but it's this man that is always on the train, and he gets off there, and she felt like she was being followed, but she's walking, she's dragging, and this and that because she's drunk as fuck. And she sees the nanny, and the nanny enters the tunnel. It's a tunnel. She enters the tunnel. She enters the tunnel. So she follows behind her, and she was like, yeah, she called her a whore. I was about to start acting it out, but let's not do that because I get into character. You feel me? So, um, that happens, and the man wasn't following her. She just was very drunk. And my thing is, every time, like, when a man looks at her, that man that was looking at her on the train, the look that he gave was like, lady, you're drunk and you need to get it together type of look. Like, anywho, she was hanging with some random lady. Like, the lady on the train, she was hanging with some random lady, and she was just talking so much shit. And she was just like, was it that same day? I don't know. I'm getting it mixed up just a little bit. Just go watch the movie. It's a pretty good movie. I think it's 2016 movie. But yeah, so she was talking shit with this lady, and she was recording. She was like, just say fuck you, boom boom boom. What she was saying, like, cussing the lady out that stole her husband. And then also, she was also talking shit like, I should drag or grab the nanny by her hair because she is messing up her marriage and cheating and stuff like that. So let's get back to her following. She ended up seeing the nanny, and she follows her and calls her out her name. The nanny, it kind of stops right there. Um, it kind of like skips over to the point of her getting hit in the head or something like that. She wakes up the next day. She wakes up in blood, and yeah, she wakes up in blood, like with blood all over her and stuff like that. And she just like trying to figure out what happened. She doesn't remember because she blacked out from being drunk. And that was her issue right there. One of her issues was getting so drunk that she can't remember anything. And when she was with her husband, her ex-husband, he would have to tell her what happened the next day because she doesn't remember because she got so drunk. So later that when she woke up later that day, I think it was on the news that the nanny was missing. So she's freaking out because she like, dang, I think I did something to the nanny. She's trying to figure out what she did. She stopped drinking as you should, because the way she was moving, it was not it. It was not it. So yeah, she just tried to be a little detective or whatever. She just tried to figure it out. She did get questioned by the cops and stuff like that, but I ain't gonna say they wasn't worried about if she was a killer or not. But I don't think they was like too much worried about her. They were just was like, stay away, stop, just chill out, like because she was doing a lot um with certain things. She was doing a lot. I'm not gonna go into details because I'm gonna start stuttering and then I'm gonna just try to explain this, explain that. We just gonna just keep it right there, okay? And she ends up stepping more into it, and she goes to the house of the nanny. She knocks on the door. The husband answers, and she tells the husband like, "Hey, I seen this guy up there hugging. Like they looked like they was getting a little too cozy. Like she was cheating on you." Boom. And he was like, "Okay, was this the guy?" He shows the guy to her. And he was like, "It's like, yeah, that's him." Boom. So she gets herself mixed up into that because, like, why go to the house and be like, "Hey, I think your wife was cheating on you," and then on top of that, she was lying on how like, oh, like she was basically was like, "Yeah, I was friends with your wife." She didn't know her at all. So the lady on the train, she gets deeper into trying to figure it out or crack the code or whatever. And she ends up going to therapy, which the therapist that she felt like was cheating on that she was the nanny was cheating with. So she goes to therapy and she ends up like she really ends up kind of like trying to figure it out, and she ends up like opening it up a little bit or whatever. It was really like she was in therapy for real, but she opens up to the therapist and was like, "Yeah, like I destroyed my marriage. I couldn't get pregnant, and like I would crash out. Like I would do a whole bunch of stuff while I was drunk, and my husband would have to tell me what happened the next day." And this one particular thing was they went to like this little party, like it was like a work party for her husband, like his boss was there and stuff like that. And his boss was the lady, the lady she used to play on Friends, and she ends up crashing out, and that's how he ended up getting fired. Basically, the nanny that went missing, they end up finding her body, so she was dead, very much dead. It also shows little flashbacks and stuff of her having an affair, her getting it on in the woods, her getting it on in a plate and like just getting it on. It also shows like the nanny talking to her therapist, and she was trying to like come on to him and try to get with him and basically sleep with him. And he was like, I can't do that. And that was one red flag that was like, like he is serious about his job. Like he's a little I'm gonna say he's serious. I don't feel like I feel like he was not strict because he should have just dropped her as a client or whatever, because she was just doing a whole lot. She was just trying to sleep with him too. Like even though she was opening up to him, like, my bad, I'm just trying to fix this because Twilight is, I don't know what she doing. She messing with stuff right now. But yeah, like but yeah, that caught my attention because I'm like, okay, he turned her down. So I don't think that, I don't think he is sleeping with her. The lady on the train, she saw that they was having an affair, but the only thing she saw was, Twilight, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, okay. Huh. No. I'm gonna need you to go the other way before you. Okay, my bad. Her fur is coming all up in the air. Oh. But yeah, so what the lady on the train saw was they was hugged up, which, he should have just enforced real major boundaries. But since she had opened up big time about, wow, that is so disrespectful, Twilight. That is so disrespectful. What the fuck? Bro, what the hell? Oh my gosh, bro. Like, I'm really trying to do this and she just be doing, you be doing too much. Hold on one second. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna be right back. Let me just rub her for a little bit because she said I want her attention. I'm gonna need you to. Okay, so yeah, they wasn't really having an affair. Lady on the train. The lady on the train, she ran into her ex husband boss. I think they was on a bus this time. She ran into the lady on the bus. I was it anyway. She ran into the lady and she had to apologize. She was like, I am so sorry for, you know what? Before I get to that, I keep forgetting about the the lady with the baby, the one that cheated, the one that has the husband now. She was very suspicious. She was like basically telling her husband that, hey, I'm gonna need, like, she keeps calling the lady on the train keep, why does she keep doing that? What the hell? Every time I'm starting to record, she wanna do this. Okay, cool. It's cool. It's whatever. But yeah, so like she in the beginning she was telling her husband like, hey, the lady on the train keeps calling and I'm like, it's starting to get very weird. It was already weird about, y'all just gonna have to go watch that part because baby, I'm not about to explain that part, but I'm just gonna explain the main parts that I feel like should be explained. Okay, so yeah, that was happening, which that's why that's another thing that I was like, girl, stop calling the house like that. I know it's a lot going. I know he did, like, you was fucked over real bad, but like, it's just starting to feel like, I thought it was gonna be one of them things where she just started killing and start stalking real bad and this and that, but it didn't turn out that way. Anyway, so back to the lady on the train. So the lady on the train ran into the lady and she was like, hey, oh, I'm so sorry. And this, I think it was like 2 years prior, but about what she was apologizing for. She was like, I am so sorry about how I acted at the party. And the lady was looking so confused, like, huh? Huh? What are you talking about? You didn't act crazy. You was, when you was, you was a little drunk and you was tired and you asked to go lay in the room, and that's that. Like, you wasn't acting out. You wasn't breaking mirrors because it was showing like flashbacks of, what she thought happened. And that never happened. The husband lied and was like, hey, um the husband was like, was telling her lies about what happened the next day, like, oh, she was just acting out, breaking mirrors, stuff like that, but he was the one that was breaking mirrors and this and that. And the lady was like, yeah, he wasn't fired because of you. Nothing, that never happened. He was fired because he couldn't keep his penis in his pants. What? And that's when I knew, I confirmed, I already knew before that little scene happened. I already knew it was him. He killed the nanny. He killed the nanny because she was pregnant with his baby. And then on top of that, the man that she was screwing, the man that she was having an affair with, was him. And the reason why I knew, oh my bad, the reason why I knew that was, man, I keep hitting the thing, dang, get it together. The reason why I knew, and I keep hitting the thing, okay, let's calm down. The reason why I knew that they was having an affair and he killed old girl is because when the sex scenes was popping up, it was showing that she was having sex, but it wasn't showing the man's face. That's a particular clue, like, what? And I'm like, it didn't, why didn't it just show the therapist's face if he was having an affair with her? And then he already turned her down, so so okay, so boom. she found that out. She's like, oh, he killed that girl, and she was gonna supposedly she was gonna like put him on. Anyway, I'm not gonna go into that one either. Just go watch it because it was an. Oh, let's get to the favorite character of the movie. I don't think I had a favorite character. They all was just doing too much. I didn't like it. Like I say the one that I respect the most. And I'm not gonna lie, it was better that the lady on the train was being so nosy and getting into business it like getting into everybody business because she, nobody would have found out what really happened if she didn't just be nosy as fuck. The person I respect the most in that movie was the man that was on the train. Um, he tried to help her when she got knocked on her shit. So like I forgot that part. When she followed the nanny in the train, when she followed the nanny under the tunnel and called her out her name, the nanny was walking towards the car, his car, and she was like, "Your ex-wife is down there," and he was like, okay, I'll take care of this. So while he walked down there, she ended up looking somewhere and she didn't pay no mind to what happened. Um, so when he went to the girl on the train, he was going off on her and she was already drunk as fuck and he knocked her out with a rock. And then after that, he just went around and just got in the car and they left. That's the day that she got killed. So not the girl on the train, but the nanny. So so the man that tried to help her, that he was on the train that she always take, and the yeah, he was like, "Hey, you okay?" or whatever, and she was like, "Get the fuck off me!" And this is why she is not the favorite character, because girl, he tried to help you, point blank, period. Um, and he just left her alone. Shit. But I respect him the most because I don't have a favorite character in that one in this movie. I say my dislikes about this movie is, honestly, I'm not even gonna say I have any dislikes. I love the fact that it was such a mystery, and I love the fact that I could figure that shit out. Like a little too soon. I ain't gonna say a little too soon, but I was just like, what? I am a detective. So, boom. She finds out, she goes to the house. She was like, you killed such and such. And the girl, and even though that she was cheating on her, even though that, she was cheating, the girl took her husband from her in a way. She was trying to also protect her, like, hey, he killed such and such. Like, I'm like, you need to get away from him. Boom, boom, boom. And then next thing you know, he got her trapped in the house with her and the lady and the baby. Oh, that was crazy. But I'm not even gonna get like too crazy into that, only because it's like justice was served. He got what he deserved. Oh, and that rhymed, sweetheart. That rhymed. Justice was served and he got what he deserved. Period. But anyway, he didn't get away with it. Let's just put it like that. He didn't get what it. He didn't get what he didn't get away with it. But yeah, that was such a mystery, and I messed with it. I messed with it. I messed with it a lot. I don't think I missed anything. I did the like it's like yeah, that's it. I'll go ahead and end it. Hopefully, I wasn't too long. I feel like I still was probably too long, but oh well, it's the review. But yeah, if you like this video, I hope you like this video. That's yeah. I hope you like this video. Um, I hope you like this movie review as well. But yeah, peace.